music stand.
Can you tell me about where we're going today and what we're going to be doing?
Yeah, of course. So we are just literally packing the van at the moment for our fourth gig for the Doorstep Music Project, which is a brilliant collaboration between three professional musicians and our relationships with our community collaborators in Byker.
Brilliant. And what was the genesis? How did this project come about?
Well, at the start of lockdown, Jill Adamson, our Director of Participation, was really kind of caught and captured by all of the images in Europe around the balcony kind of opera and all of that kind of malarkey. And we've been working in Byker for the last 2 years in lots of different artistic and creative programmes. So it seemed to be like a natural fit with the architecture and the people. And at the same time, myself and colleagues were... I'm so sorry, Chris. So sorry. It's all right. So should I go back?
Yeah.
Sorry. So at the beginning of lockdown, our colleague and Director of Participation, Jill Adamson, was really caught by the images across Europe of people singing opera and jamming on balconies. And so she thought that it would be a really sort of natural fit with Byker in terms of the relationships that we already have and building on that work that we've been doing, and the joy of the architecture here and how to kind of use natural amphitheatres and balconies and community spirit was to be able to have a live experience that didn't require people to travel far, but who could also meet neighbours in new ways as well. At the same time, there was the Thursday night Clap for Carers activities, and also we've been testing and trying out loads of different kind of arts activities and creativity, and working out what works best and how to bring joy and fun and people's greatest hits. We have, at the same time, throughout April, May and June, we're delivering food twice a week to different residents. We got to know people, so then we tied them together and asked them what their favourite songs were, and from that built a set request list. And I think it's safe to say, like, the joy of the first week of being able to kind of put together the people who'd requested songs with the live musicians and vibing together on whether it be Tainted Love or Amy Winehouse or Dance Monkey and Years, and a kind of really like eclectic people's playlist, and then people kind of chatting about each of the songs and music and just coming out of doors and just getting a bit of fresh air and listening to their favourite music.
Yeah, and kind of answered it, but I'm going to ask you it again.
Yeah.
What are the benefits and for the community, and what are the positive impacts and outcomes for the community for projects like this?
I think just within the context of COVID, I think part of the challenge for people has been connection, and how do you have permission to speak to people or share a space that is your own space, and how do you do that? And actually what's been an additional unintended consequence is giving people permission to chat, a little bit like Thursday nights has been like, oh, do you like that song too, or I've never heard that song, was that your choice? And just having the chance to connect up and dance and listen to these amazing musicians, like truly like world-class musicians on their doorstep and in a city that we live in and love, and getting to know each other through that, and just the sheer joy of music and being able to relax and dance and chill.
Why is it important for Northern Stage to be working in Byker?
It's really, such a great question. Northern Stage has had a rehearsal space in Byker for the last 6 years, and that was kind of the catalyst for trying to understand what being based in Byker would mean. And myself and my colleague Jill are sort of tasked with trying to understand that a little bit more. One of the kind of key things for me about the sort of the meaning and the purpose of theatres, and always has been throughout the last 15 years of my work, is what we're there to do, and how does a city really understand, inform, influence, change a theatre and a publicly funded building and resource, and start to see narratives that reflect their cities and their ideas and their questions about the world. And sometimes that's really through kind of like really investigative, deep thinking kind of work, and sometimes that's through the release of bringing people together, and all of the variety of that in between. Some people want to make, some people want to be entertained, and it's understanding that and learning what each part of our city means. And Byker is one area that we're focusing on at the moment, and really getting to know and learn from together.
Have you had any feedback from residents and from people in the community?
Yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. Like some people were expecting us to come, so they were kind of geared up, ready to hear the song that they'd requested, and some people didn't know we were coming. So the joy and surprise, lots of people asking why us, why Byker, and so it's been great to explain that to people we haven't yet met. Loads of people are like, as soon as the gig is finished, they're going, when are you coming back? What's happening next? And I think there's a real appetite for more of this, and that we're excited about how this continues to develop throughout autumn, and is not just a one-hit wonder, but is always, how do we build this and develop this? And we've met people who have drum kits stored away, or we've met people who have a clarinet and saxophone stored away, and we've met people who are really interested in developing their skills as a guitarist, but haven't yet had that kind of next kind of like push to do that. So I think there's something next is about how we all collaborate as a city to develop musicianship and theatre making and writing and learn what that might look like the other side of that, and in a non-traditional way.
Wow. That's it. That's it. Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Cheers.